Hello, we are making caprese chicken breasts today. And this is such an easy recipe and it can be done any number of different ways. I've got the oven set to 400. I have a glass pan, which I'm going to spray. And then I've got my chicken breasts. Now, I'm only doing 2, not going to do more, but these are, I got one that's big and fat and one that is not so fat. And we're going to do them both the same way. In each one of these, you're going to cut, not all the way through, cut, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 cuts, or however many you want. Now, I did not marinate these chicken breasts. They could be marinated if you want. If you want to marinate them in juice or something like that, that's fine.
Kate, is that bone in or bone out?
Bone out. No bone. No bone. I boned them from bone-in chicken breasts, but you can buy them. And I'm putting Montreal chicken, but you can put, pretty much just salt and pepper if you want. And then placing them into the pan like that. And then into each one of the slits, you put a piece of tomato, a piece of cheese, mozzarella, buffalo mozzarella cheese, and 1 or 2 slices of leaves of basil. And it's very simple. You're not inventing anything new. You're just, and if they don't exactly fit, that's okay too. It'll be fine. And a leaf. And tomato. And a leaf. This is elegant swelligant.
But just so you all know, Noelle doesn't like any of that stuff except for the cheese. So I've got fresh mozzarella, I sauteed some spinach, and I have some chopped up artichoke hearts, and that's what I'm putting in mine.
That's why I put all of that stuff that you can that you could, if you want, stuff them with. You could change up the seasoning. You can pretty much do whatever you want to do, whatever would be what your family or you feel like. I happen to like tomatoes. You can see I'm really doing it in an exciting way. And that's it. Wait a minute. I need to put a leaf in here and a leaf in here. Okay. And a tomato there. All right. So you've got your chicken. I'm going to put some more seasoning on it because the tomatoes were not seasoned. And pour a tiny little bit of olive oil over the top. Not much. And put it in the oven for 30 minutes at 400. Okay, that's it. And I realized when I had this recipe that, oh, and I need to wash my hands, so sorry. Nothing like having raw chicken hands. I realized that it would take me all of 5 minutes to get this ready. And that we would then be sitting around doing nothing or staring sullenly into space. But instead, I thought I would show you how to make pilaf, rice pilaf, which is what I almost always serve with this dish. Pilaf is just toasted rice in a stock. And I'm going to make mushrooms and onion. And I have chicken stock and minced garlic. And I didn't want to mince any garlic, so I've got this. And a pot. Now, in the pot, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. Turn the heat on. Not much. You don't want much. You're just going to put it at the bottom, like that. And a little bit of butter, because butter makes everything taste better. That's heating up, and I'm just going to chop the onion. If you don't want to chop onion, you can leave it out. I really like onion, but sometimes I'll do green onion. For St. Patrick's Day, I do green rice, which involves a lot of herbs. It's just half of an onion. You can put more onion in if you want. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. You can leave out the mushrooms. I like mushroom pilaf, so I'm definitely putting in the mushrooms. And let's see, that's hot. I'm gonna throw in now all you're doing is softening up the onions. And you can literally get whatever the vegetables are for this ready at the same time you're making it, like I do. It's very simple. So I'm just using however many mushrooms I have. Other things that can go in here, fresh herbs, mushrooms, garlic, peppers. You cook the peppers at the same time. You can put any number of things in here. I've put zucchini in there. Chopped up the zucchini and put it in. You know, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. You can see. And I'm going to just toss in the mushrooms, and I'm going to cook those up together. Throw in a little bit of garlic, chopped garlic, and I'm going to move this over to the stove so that you can see what I'm doing. So you're just softening up the vegetables a little bit. And it smells wonderful, doesn't it? Lots of different things you can do with this. It doesn't have to be what, you know, it's another one of those I don't care moments. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It, whatever you might want to put in there. If it's like carrots, you want to cook them a little longer. You throw them in at the same time as the onion. The idea is you're just softening them up and getting them ready for the rice to absorb it. Now, I washed this rice, but you don't have to wash the rice. I know recipes say that, but most of the time I don't bother. I did today because I told you to do it. But this is a cup of rice. You're adding it to the veggies that you are cooking. And you're going to stir it until it smells toasty. I know that sounds weird, but you want it to toast a little bit in the veggies and the butter and the oil. You're also kind of cooking out the outside of the rice so that even if there is some starch on it, it'll end up being very light and fluffy. Not like risotto, which is creamy, but you're just toasting up the rice and vegetables together. Now, if this were risotto, if I were making risotto, it would be almost the exact same thing, only the rice would not be long grain. It would be short grain rice. And then when you add the stock to it, it's very different process. But you're going to see in a minute. You're just going to add the stock, clap the lid on, and forget it. Now I'm going to throw in a little bit of salt, not too much because the stock has some salt. A little bit of pepper. And my old standard, Herbes de Provence. Fresh herbs will go really well in this. And when I make green rice, I throw a lot of herbs in, like cilantro, green onion, parsley, all kinds of fresh herbs that I have. But you can see the rice is sort of turning color. It's white, and in some areas it's actually browning. The mushrooms are cooking down. And it's about ready now for the chicken stock. So you just pour it in, bring it to a boil. Will come to a boil, and then as soon as it comes to a boil, I'm going to put a lid on it and cook it for 12 to 15 minutes. By the way, that's how long it's going to take for the chicken to be done. So it's pretty much done in the time, and you've pretty much got your dinner in the time. Yeah, Carrie?
Do I turn it down once it comes to a boil and I clap the lid on?
Yeah, as soon as I'm waiting for it to come to a boil.
Okay.
As soon as I put the lid on, I turn it down to low. Lower the heat. And it's taking forever to come to a boil because I put cold stock in. That amount is about the amount that is in a can of stock. You know, one of those cans, so that you don't have to do any kind of weird measuring or anything. If you've just got a can of chicken stock, throw that in and you're all set. But it's taking a couple of minutes to come to a boil. Super cinchy. Also, this can be left, you're going to turn it, when it's done, you can turn it off the heat and it will stay hot, just like rice. It will stay hot for at least 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. It's very easy and tasty, and it's, it's beginning to come to a boil now. Oh, my burner is less than wonderful. I think I was wondering what was the problem. Obviously, something I've got to check on. Anyway, that's the end of it. And all you need to do at the end, if you're going to use fresh herbs, you can throw on the fresh herbs. Otherwise, you just, there it goes. You fluff it with a fork and it's over. It's done. So there you have it.
Yay, I'm excited.
And dinner is done. You can sit back, pour yourself a glass of wine. In 15 or 20 minutes, dinner is finished. Now, I was cooking for maybe 20 minutes there.
Mhm.
You can already have, if you're doing a dinner party, you can have that chicken in the fridge ready to just stick into the oven. You can make the rice a little bit ahead of time. It's perfectly, like I said, it'll stay perfectly fine. This is a great dish for a dinner party because things can be done way in advance. But it's also, if you come home late, it's also a really good meal for coming home late because you're only spending maybe 10, 15 minutes and you're done. What I would serve this with is probably maybe, roasted Brussels sprouts or green beans or a green salad. I think tonight I'm going to have a spinach salad with our dinner. Dina and I are having it. So, and that's it. There you have it. It's about 10 minutes, but the variations on it are endless. You can put bacon in it. Oh, Diana is behind here.
Hi, Diana.
There's bacon. You could put bacon or ham. You could put different kinds of cheeses, artichoke hearts like Carrie, spinach. See, all of that. And you can do the variations only are limited by your imagination. You can do anything you want. If I've made it with broccoli dip, and it's delightful. It's really good. Cream cheese, anything you have, and you think will go good with chicken, you can throw it in and hope for the best. Today, on top, I'm going to put some balsamic glaze on top, just to sprinkle it on top. Or you could put pesto on top. It's already got basil in it, but pesto would be really good. You can do anything you want. You're only limited by your imagination. There you have it. And like I said, the pilaf can go, pilaf is only limited by your imagination too. It's really good just with onions and garlic. It's an excellent side dish. But if you want to throw things in, by all means, throw them in and it will be mighty fine, So there you have it. That's dinner. Got 10 minutes to go on it, but do you have any questions? Yes, ma'am. Unmute yourself.
What's a dinner party?
When I first started doing Thursday dinners, it was just Carrie and me. Right, Carrie?
Yep. It was just us.
This was the second dinner I ever made for her, was this one.
Yep.
I had made caprese chicken before, but I'd forgotten about it. I mean, how I do that all of the time. I don't write it down, and then somebody will go, "Oh, have you tried?" And I'll go, "Oh my God, I've done that." And we've done this dish for the Thursday dinner other times, but this one is, I'm really happy that I'm showing you this one. It's pretty good. What's a dinner party?
Something we used
forgot.
to do back in the day.
Back in the day. We're gonna do them again this summer.
Yes. Oh, please.
Please. So, and let's see, what would I have for dessert with this? Probably ice cream or gelato or, you know, something interesting. I don't know. What are you eating right now, Carrie?
So I used the leftover spinach and artichoke to make a spinach artichoke dip. Because Noah will eat those things if they're like dippable. So vegetables.
So yeah, that's, and it looks very she when it's on the plate. It's pretty, you know, it looks pretty nice. I'm going to, let me show you what it looks like. It's not done yet, but it will be in another 10 minutes. But you can see.
Oh, that's
It's
beautiful.
lovely.
That's beautiful.
Mhm.
Just a beautiful thing. And it's got some juice around it, which will be really nice to go. I'll probably pour that over the top of the rice. And just to jazz it up a little bit. So there you are. That's my show for this week. And I hope you try it because it's super easy and super good. And I know that it's it tastes a lot better than the sum of its parts. I like things that do that.
Mhm.
So next week, what was I thinking? I was thinking I'd do a salmon dish, but then Dina came up with a sausage, polenta, something, and so
Like a
what?
sheet dinner.
A sheet pan dinner with sausage and polenta. I don't know. I'll think about which one I want to do, and I'll be sending it out. And then the next week I'll do the next one. So there you are. So
I have to tell you, ladies, who I've become. So because of this show, last Saturday, Mariana and Elise were bringing us lunch, and we were going to sit on the front lawn and eat lunch together outside. And I was like, "Oh, you're coming over?" And they're like, "Yeah, we'll bring lunch." And I'm like, "I'll make dessert." And I just whipped up a cheesecake because that's who I am now.
you're one of those.
Oh,
I
Bravo.
just happened to whip up a cheesecake, and it
was a cheesecake.
was lovely. She then brought leftovers over to my house, and we ate them in the backyard.
Yeah.
So it's I love sharing food with people that I love, and that's, you know, I've always liked staying in for Mother's Day, Valentine's Day,
Me too.
because I don't want to. I would much rather eat at home and not brave any crowds, which doesn't mean that I always would like that. I like going out, but on those big holidays, I'd just as soon stay home, fix something like this meal,
Yeah.
and sit around and not have to worry about waiting or, you know, do our own thing. Let's see what the rice looks like. It's not done yet, but
Okay.
It looks
Looking good.
really good,
Mhm.
smells really good.
Smells good.
You can smell it through. There we go. So there you are. And thank you for coming. And I really appreciate you guys. I love doing this. I really do. I enjoy writing down the recipes. And then I really like it when my sister and Diana come over at the same time. So there you are.
Well, it's such a fun Thursday
Yeah.
afternoon.
Oh, it is. Thank you
Plus, you
so
get
much. Yeah.
inspired. I get inspired, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you kind of get into cooking ruts, and
Oh,
Yeah.
the idea of getting Goose to doing my own goosing, but getting Goose to try something that maybe
mhm.
I haven't tried in a while.
Mhm.
So if you guys have any ideas, please let me know, and I will include them on my roster of things to do.
Right.
Excellent.
I
Thank
would like to put in
Everything's
a
been
pitch.
great.
I would like to put in a pitch to take another run at homemade pasta.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
I found a
number- 'cause
pasta.
number
I
one,
got a pasta machine.
I did, me too. And so
I got one, the hand one. Since we did that, I got it at a neighborhood exchange. Cool.
Nice.
I vote for that.
Nice.
because I didn't tape that one for us, and I really would love to include that in our repertoire.
Okay.
That would be great. We could do raviolis too.
Yeah.
You just use a ravioli stamp or the long thing. And all you're doing is making your pasta.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm
And
just
then you can
gonna
make all different
that,
kinds.
and then I'm going to talk about the things you can do with it. So,
And you can freeze it.
oh yeah.
You can freeze your fresh pasta.
You know what I just made not that long ago was potato gnocchi.
Oh,
That was
That'd be good.
Oh,
just saying. But I'll do the pasta.
okay.
I'll do the pasta. Anyway, see you next week.
see you next week, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Diana. Bye, Diana.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Kate, stay on.
Uh-huh.
Okay.